Thanks, man.
Go for it.
All right, curveball. You ready for curveball? Really? We're all dead? That's how that went. All right, everybody take out your pen because everybody's got one. We're going to do something a little bit just a different for a moment. I want you to take a moment and I want you to write down one thing you are grateful for in this moment. Today. One thing, something small, doesn't have to be world peace. One thing you are grateful for today. One thing. Take a moment.
I love Rob. Liar.
Okay, awesome. Who wants to share? Give me one. One good one, right there, first hand.
My cat.
Nice.
I'm not a cat guy, but I can dig that. So thank you for sharing. Here's a copy of my award-winning best-selling book. So thank you for sharing it. Why did we do that? Anybody got a reason why I would have done that? Kevin knows this would be cheating for you, right? Go for it.
Because all of us want the gift to be the same.
Kinda. Why would I have you start with gratitude?
It's grounding tone. And if you create a feeling, you're able to manifest anything in that feeling tone. It's kind of like when Vanessa was talking about that energy thing yesterday. It's like the user experience.
Yeah, so and you're right, and thank you for that. In gratitude, it is impossible to be grumpy. You can't do it. To be grateful is grumpy. It's a reset. It's an energy reset, guys. When you are grateful, you are open to, well, suggestion for one, but you are also open to ideas. You are open to impact. You are open to growth. Now, earlier, Robert talked about a little bit, I got another book I'll give you guys too. Robert talked a little bit about, he said he's going to be the guy that is the realist. Well, buckle up, buttercups. Get ready, okay? All right, everybody in here at one point or the other has had a J-O-B. Everybody remember having a J-O-B? Yes or yes, your hands, right? And at that time, you exchanged money and time. Your time had a dollar bill sign attached to it, yes or yes?
Yeah.
Okay? And, so let's go this way. In the middle of this, who's got $100,000 in that list, on that? Keep going up, 200,000, 300, 400. Who's got less than 100 grand in their circle? Whose goal this year is to make less than 100 grand? Okay, good. I'd love to see that. Everybody's more than 100 grand. Hands in the air, quick. Come on, everybody's more than 100 grand. There we go. All right. Let's do the easy math on this. Time for money. Dollars per hour. You made 100 grand this year. How much is your dollar per hour worth? I'm shocked that nobody ever gets this immediately. It's 50 bucks an hour. $50 an hour relative to a standard 40-hour working week. Call it 50 hours, 2 weeks for vacation. Okay? $50 an hour.
Isn't that crazy?
$50 an hour to make 100,000. So, you want to make $200,000, you make how much an hour? $100 an hour. $500,000, you make how much an hour?
$250.
Oh, so good!
We have rocket scientists.
Right? That is rocket science, baby. All right. Let's assume you're going to make 100 grand this year. That means your time is worth $50 an hour. Now, I want you to sit in that for a moment. What you do is $50 an hour. Minimum billable hours. Attorneys use that word, doctors use that word. Billable hours. At $50 an hour, what should you be and what should you not be doing relative to leverage? You are two people in your business. You are a business owner. You are a business operator. You're a salesperson. Your job in your business is to generate revenue, yes or yes? Yep. $50 an hour billable. Okay? There's a gentleman in the back of the room that I love the fact that he's here because I get to use him as the example. Who here thinks they need to spend 6 hours a day on social media trying to create content? Liar, liar, pants on fire. I know better. Okay? That is a piece of leverage. It's not something you should be doing. It's not. Does it create revenue for you? No, it does not. If you had to go out and decide to take a pay cut today, who's willing to take a pay cut today? Even for an hour. You're willing to take a pay cut today
For an hour,
for 1 hour. What would you do if you took a pay cut for 1 hour?
I would speak in front of a group of people.
That's not a pay cut.
No.
That's lead generation. That's what you get. That's how you generate revenue.
Oh.
That's lead generation. That you can't leverage.
Oh.
You can a little. So this is where I want to talk to you
I'm
guys.
confused as to what you mean by a pay cut then.
If you make $50 an hour, is it worth you standing in front of the room talking to a group of people to generate revenue? Yes, it
Yes.
is. Yes, it is. I'm talking pay cut like administrative duties. I'm talking like administrative, like data entry. Unless that is what you get paid $50 an hour for, don't get me wrong. So like we have a fractional CFO, there is some data entry you need to do. However, your billable hours are significantly different and that's passed on to your customer. So this is where you need to pay attention to what you're leveraging. So talk about Achieve. What can you leverage in Achieve? Writing your book. Who in here has written a book? No, we just talked, Katie has. He's written 30?
9.
You've written,
Produced.
yeah, produced 30, written 9. Writing a book. Your book is your business card for you. Your book is your brand. Your book is one of those things that goes out. I gave one away. I got my second book I will give some people. Achieve has a tool. I got challenged in October by a girl, she's about this tall. Her name's Emily Tran, a little Vietnamese chick, but she shows up about this tall.
Yep.
Is how she functions. And we talked about my book. Had this book idea for a lot of years. And she's written, I think she's on 18
Yeah, it's
or
crazy.
19 books now. And she challenged me to do it, finish it in 30 days. I got challenged by a 4-foot tall, she's probably 5, okay, 4-foot tall Vietnamese gal to write my book in 30 days.
With their hair.
Right, it's because we're here. Right. Write your book in 30 days. Who thinks they can write their book in 30 days?
Absolutely.
Every hand should be in the air because I wrote a book in 30 days. I almost did not pass English in high school. Almost did not graduate high school. Wrote the book in 30 days. It hit the bestseller, award-winning list. Not quite as fast as Kathy's did. One day, bestseller list. Okay? Your message is in there. You can do it. You can leverage the system within Achieve. I couldn't have done it without it. I leveraged the tool to do the task, and I got it done. What's another leverage tool we can use? Yes, it's resources within Achieve. Another one is people. People. A standardized thing that I hear all the time is when I make more revenue, I can afford to hire the person. Yes or yes? Everybody heard that before? Yeah. Man, he's pointing, he's like, oh, good, yeah. Right? And me too. I've done it. I've said it. Here's the axiomatic problem with that. When you hire the person, they generate more revenue because guess what you're doing now? You're doing the tasks that you get paid to do. The assistant is doing the tasks you suck at. Plain and simple. There's stuff we suck at. Tech. Not you say it. I get you going
I
up.
am on.
Right?
Hey, I what you say?
Yeah, what do you say? No, tech.
I got 100% honest.
Right.
And it isn't that I suck at it. I just hate it. But I just
Which
hate
makes you
I'm
suck
like,
at it.
I got to spend my time on this,
Yeah.
or would I rather?
Not
go
the
and
highest
close
and
it?
best use of your time. So you leverage people for that.
Exactly.
You leverage people for that. Who has in their plan, their profit and loss for the year, how much they're going to spend on self-improvement and business improvement? Who has it as a line item? The leaders in the back of the room. There's a couple people that do. Okay, here's what I want to tell you. Fractional CFO, you're going to get this. The development should be a line item on your P&L. Should be a line item on your P&L. Who's read 12-Week Year? Great book. Who's read Profit First? Great book. Read them. They are great books. You should be following that direction. Here's the other thing that I want to tell you relative to motivation. Who in here has it in their world that they're going to be a multimillionaire? I can't believe every hand is not in the air. Multimillionaire. Okay? Can you do it by yourself?
No.
Absolutely not. There's plenty of self-made millionaires, as we've heard, are like, I'm a self-made millionaire. Did it all by myself. Bull crap. You got an admin team, right? You can say that you were the visionary. That's okay. But you had an admin team to do it. You have to leverage the people. You have to leverage the systems. You have to leverage. And when I say that, relative to the book that you just got, I have a model that's called the Rings of Impact. It's 5 rings. Who's Jim Rohn fan? Hands in the air, Jim Rohn. You are a product of the 5 people you spend the most time around. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Spend time around 5 millionaires, you will be the 6th. Spend time around 5 drug dealers, you're probably still a millionaire, but you got there a weird way. Let's be really clear. Right? You spend time around 5 marathon runners. How far are you going to run this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Product of the 5 people you spend the most time around. Pay attention to the people in your circles, right? In the model, you have faith, health, family, business, and wealth of these models. Who are your 5 role models in faith? Who are your 5 role models in business? They're probably not the same person. Robert, as a visionary, you would think he hangs out in the circle of business for me, wouldn't you? Would you think that? It's a fair assessment. It's not where he lives. He is in my mentors and role models, but it's not in business. It's not in wealth. He's actually in my health circle. Because as a role model and mentor, he's out getting it. He's posting it on social media. I'm at the gym, I'm working out, I'm doing it. And I look at that and that inspires me. So he has tremendous value to me in that health circle. Does he inspire me in other areas? Of course he does. Noel does, Kathy does, Charlie does, Ava does. Think about who these people are. If they're not your millionaires, they don't belong in the circle. If they're not your millionaires, they don't belong in the circle. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Is it okay to cut people out of your circle to grow?
Yes.
Will they come back into your world in another way? Can you help bring them up?
Yes.
Absolutely true. Leverage the people around you. Leverage the tools within Achieve. Leverage AI, for God's sake. Eric and Samuel are working on some stuff. I'm working on a pile of stuff with Rob. There's all kinds of great things that are coming up with Achieve. Conference is coming up. You're going to hear a ton about some of that stuff. Here's what I want to tell you. On your table, everybody has my QR code. Who knows how much, who plans to hire a coach this year? Who plans to leverage a coach this year? My God, put your hands in the air. You cannot do this by yourself. Business strategists and coaches are here to support you and grow your business faster. Who knows how much a monthly coach is going to cost you? Is your investment. I did that wrong. What's your investment? Who knows? What's your monthly investment for a coach?
I pay $125 a month for my current coach.
$125 a month?
Your coach needs to raise their price.
Wow. Okay. I didn't call on that. What are you paying for? What would you be willing to pay for a high quality coach this year?
I've paid $3,500 a month.
Paid $3,500 a month, 10 grand a month
I pay $12,800 a month.
for the coach. And think about the revenue difference, Kevin.
One of the benefits of doing that is you put yourself around people that can afford to make that sort of payments,
Yes.
and that's where the value's at, you guys. It's not necessarily just having that payment. The investment is how you're going to grow. Your subconscious thoughts can't even think about it because you haven't experienced it yet. But when I talked about all of my businesses I've owned and how I leverage those and how we're growing, it wasn't just growing on the inside, on the outside financially, but it was on the inside. And that's where having Jake in my life as a business coach transformed everything. And it says what he's not telling you is the hundreds of real estate deals he used to do before that, and they grow all his other businesses. Like, he's a guy who's done it. And those are the people that we need in our life.
And something on that is extremely important. If I invest 12 grand in on the coaching systems I actually use, and I'm in with like Grant, Cardone and others as of that, and I do coaching systems with leaders as of that. I track ROI on everything. I'm an ROI guy huge, and I know my 12 brings me way over 100 every year, way over.
Minimum
Like-
4x.
Yeah,
Minimum 4.
yeah.
It's an investment. You got to
Yeah.
invest in the people around you. You got to invest in yourself. And I love there's a fractional CEO in here,
Yeah.
CFO, because I keep getting referred to.
Right.
Line item on your P&L. Line item. It lives there. It should be there. All right. So you have my ability to connect with me. You have my QR code. It's a quick, easy form. Fill it out so I know how to get a hold of you. I'm going to get a hold of you anyway because I have all of your information. That's how that's going to go. But you can reach out to me and schedule that, and we'll have a free conversation about that. The offer that is in front of you is 90 days for $1,500 with me. I am $1,500 a week is typically what it is. This is an Achieve member thing that Robert and I talked about so that you guys can have this. You want to partake in it?
Yeah, the actual
partake in
reason
it.
is, I just want everybody to, if you want a coach that's working with you and doing a little more hand holding, I want you to feel it. And so, It's 100% an option, but it's
Yep.
something everybody ought to look at, and it's all about pursuing what is right for you.
Yep, and it's about action. It's about action, guys. There's no, I want to do this. I know I'm gonna do this. I know this is where I'm going. So here's an easy question for you, and this is my other book that I wrote 30 days later. So in 60 days, I wrote and published 2 books with Achieve. Barely, almost did not graduate high school. The only reason I got out, my British literature teacher did not want me coming back. That's how that was gonna go. So here's the question. What's Kathy's tagline?
Shine.
Share.
Itty bitty city committee.
You didn't get the book.
Share the shine.
Share the shine. There you go. So this is the models book. This is literally business in a box. Everything you need to know to do it. So thank you so much. Connect.
All right, everybody. And you will see him at our events.